Greetings to you all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Luandile here, the leader and the instructor of Manikwe School. Today we're gonna be doing exercise 2.6, and we're also gonna be having only one solution because of its simplicity. Okay, so let's jump. Before we jump onto the exercise itself, I want you guys to know, as of the time of recording this video, I am actually not allowed to post links on my channel on YouTube. So there's no way you guys can possibly be able to follow some of the links that I would like you to follow. For instance, we do use this textbook over here, and I want you guys to all have a copy for this textbook. Okay, because of the problem I just explained, so there's no way I can possibly give this give you guys a link to this textbook. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna simply paste it on top of our main method over here. So here's the link. Let me try to stretch this part so that you guys can see. Okay, take a deep breath and look at this. It's www.primeuniversity.edu.bd, so on and so forth. I hope you guys can see. So if you can simply type this on your URL and simply hit enter, you're definitely gonna get this textbook over here, the one we actually using. I am so sorry because on my previous videos I was actually saying I will be leaving a link below, and I'm so sorry for that, you guys. I am really sorry for that. It was actually a mistake. But with that out of the way, let's get on to the question itself. Okay, it's actually on page 93. We're actually doing exercise 2.6. I hope everyone can see at this moment. So sum the digits in an integer. Okay, what we are required to do is to write a program that reads an integer between 0 and 1000 and then adds all the digits in the integer. For example, if an integer is 132, the sum of all digits is 14. Okay, hint. Okay, they gave us a hint, luckily for us. Okay, use the mod operator to extract digits and use the divide operator to remove the extracted digits. For instance, 932 mod 10, that actually gives us a 2, and 932 divided by 10, it actually gives us 93. So here's our sample run. We're also giving a sample run. So without any waste of time, let's get on to the programming part. As I just mentioned, we will only be having one solution for this problem. So like before, let's start by creating a scanner. Create a scanner to read user input. Okay, with that out of the way, let's create this scanner the scanner object just like that. There's absolutely nothing new here, you guys. We know how to read from the keyboard. Okay, you don't want to mess with me. I've upgraded my RAM, so what the heck is that? Okay, so what you do, we go input.close. Simply closing our scanner, you folks, and then from there we gotta declare a variable that will actually store the user input. Let's call it integer user input, and we'll simply go, let's create a variable that will hold the results after performing the division. Okay, we'll simply call that variable dividable integer. Let's just go dividable integer. Okay, of course you can put comments, you guys. It's just that I don't want to put comments for everything, but you do know how crucial they are. Okay, now let's prompt the user do enter an integer. Stem.out.print, and then we simply go enter a number between 0 and 1000. Now we simply go user input equals to input.next int. Okay, what else? Now we create a variable to hold the unit digits of an integer. Okay, we simply go, oh, there's no need for a comment here. We can simply go units, oh god, units number. We initialize it to 10. Now we simply go units number, we add the very last digits on the user input. Okay, user input mode 10. By the way, we were told how to extract the very last digits, so that's what we're actually doing here. So now the dividable integer is actually equals to user input divided by 10. So now we're removing the very last digits. Dividable, did I misspell my dividable? Whoops, table integer. Okay, so after that we create a variable to hold the tens digits of an integer. Okay, let's just go int tens. Okay, we simply go, let's just go tens number, and then we initialize that into 0, and then afterwards we simply go tens number, we simply add whatever we simply add dividable integer mod 10. So now we're simply adding this right here, dividable integer mod 10. So we're basically extracting dividable integer. So I hope you guys know from primary we've got units, tens, hundreds, and thousands, so on and so forth. Okay, so now basically this is the second digit. If the user happen to give us a 3-number digit, this will be a second digit. Okay. Okay, and then after that, what we do is we just go dividable integer. We'll simply divide that by 10. Divide that by 10. Okay, once we do that, I hope you guys can see, because why I keep misspelling this variable. Okay, with that out of the way, what we then do is to simply create a variable to hold the hundreds digits of the integer. So basically here we're dealing with the very last digits. So if we're having a number 1, 2, 3, we will be dealing with the very last digits. So here we'll be dealing with the second digits, a 2 in a 1, 2, 3 example. Okay, then lastly we gotta deal with the very last digit, with the very first digits. Let's call it a hundredth number, a hundredth number. Let's initialize it to 0, and then we do what? And then we go, and then we simply add the very first number, which we simply get by doing this. We simply get by doing this. So again, let me repeat myself. Suppose we have a 3 digits number. The number, okay, suppose we have a 1, 2, 3 for instance. So this part will deal with a 3. Okay, so this line will extract the very last number, and then this part will simply eliminate the very last number, so we'll be left with 1, 2 in a case of a number 1, 2, 3, 123 basically. So this line over here will be extracting the 2 from the number 1, 2, which is 12. Okay, lastly this part will simply be removing that 2 on a 1, 2 number, on that 12. This part will be removing a 2, and then lastly this part over here is actually extracting a 1, the very first digits. And then what we then do, we simply go, in fact this step is optional in this case. This step is optional. We could of course remove this because we're no longer interested on the number after that, because we would have already extracted 3 numbers. However, I'm gonna put it, but you've gotta know that you don't have to. Okay, and then what? Now that we've got these numbers, we simply gotta display a sum of all of them. So we simply go system.out.print. You could go len if you like to. Simply go the sum of digits, the sum of, let me just go the sum of digits is units number plus tens number plus hundreds number. So that's pretty much it. Let's see what we get. If we run this, let's see what we get. Why would you mess with me right now? Because I upgraded your RAM a few days ago. Okay. Okay, now we're being asked to put a 2-digit number between 0 and 1000. Let's just go 3932 as they did. So as you guys can see, we've got this 14 over here, but if we put 999, let's see if we put a 999, it's 1 2 3, we get a 27. Let's try you to put a 2-digit number and see if it's gonna work out. So let's try something like 23. You see, it still does work. The fact that we're on our program, even if we put a 1-digit number, it does work. The fact that on our program we had 3 variables, it doesn't have any negative influence on our final solution. So I mean, that's pretty much it, you guys. I guess I will see you on the next tutorial. But before I close this tutorial, I just want you guys to know that I would really appreciate it if you subscribe on my channel, because the thing is, as of the time of recording this video, I am not yet qualified to doing some of the things on YouTube, just because I haven't yet reached 1,000 subscribers on my channel. And in order to do those things, for instance, I cannot put this link over here for people to simply click, rather than having to go to where you put your URL address. So I would super appreciate it if you haven't yet subscribed on my channel. I'll super appreciate it. You like it. I'll also appreciate it if you like my video, or you don't have to like it. If you feel like this is messed up, you might as well dislike it. It's totally up to you. Again, I would really love to hear what you think of this solution, what I should have done differently. That's pretty much it, you guys. See you on the next tutorial. Cheers, I'm gone.